for sure in the backcourt tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
No, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
And now Washington's starting group. In the backcourt, it's Dinwiddie and Beal. Caldwell Pope out there with Avdia. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. And he drops it in from the low post.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
We know this. Jay Crowder is an effective shooter. Someone who can shoot the three well. You've got to get into his space.
Beal, the pass to Avdia. Gafford, high post. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
And Dinwiddie with some big shoes to fill. Steps into the vacancy. Westbrook left with the Wizards. Washington targeted Dinwiddie early in free agency.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Gafford against Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. Crowder finds Ayton. Shot clock at 6. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, you think about DeAndre Ayton. It's his size that comes to mind, and he understands how to utilize that to score.
Dinwiddie passes to Beal. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, thanks, Kevin. The Wizards head coach did talk to me a few minutes ago. He knows that Devin Booker is going to get his points, but what they want to do is prevent the freebies. The coach said Booker's become exceptional at drawing fouls, and he's one of the best free throw shooters in the game. So, Kevin, they don't want to see him on the line multiple times tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the Suns here with a different look. JaVale McGee's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Landry Shamet's checked in for Booker. And it's Payne in for Paul. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Harrell, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Perkins comes in for Avdia. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Beal. And Raul Neto subbed in for Dinwiddie. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Payne kicks to Johnson. Back to Payne. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, you're getting 5 for 5, and they just got started.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Neto. Deflects the pass. Feeds it to Payne. Finished off the break.
Complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field.
Here's Neto. Payne covering. Down low. Here's Harrell. He gets that one.
Montrezl Harrell.
And that does it for the first quarter. Suns lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And the Suns are an offensive powerhouse. We know that, but as Devin Booker details, no slouches defensively either.
You know, right now, I like the way we're playing defense. I think we have spurts where I say a lot of teams do, where we have 5-10 minutes off where, we're all not clicking, but we've came together and figured it out.
And Greg, you've seen it. Booker individually making strides at the defensive end.
And I'm not sure he'll ever be a stopper, but to be great, you've got to consistently bring the effort and focus.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
Well, they've established their presence in the paint tonight also. And a lot of their scoring coming from down low so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Haterade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Suns. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Booker, following the bucket by the Wizards. 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining.
Paul with the 3. Good on the triple. Paul's got 5. And we've heard some talk, Greg, about the possibility of NBA expansion. What do you think about that?
Kevin, I think it would be great for the league. I mean, I played in Seattle for a season, and I know they would love to have a team back in the great Northwest.
On defense, Washington, following the 3 from Chris Paul. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
We've heard the term master of the mid-range. To Chris Paul, it's apropos.
Dinwiddie gets to Harrell. Beal with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And there's the call on DeAndre. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Phoenix. JaVale McGee comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And Johnson subbed in for Crowder. The Wizards also changing it up. Daniel Gafford comes in for Harrell. Advia subbed in for Bertans. Dinwiddie against Paul. Gafford is screen on Paul. Here's Dinwiddie. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, off to a good start.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Bridges. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. 2 points, that one goes.
Boy, you have to be aggressive, powering through contact. Mikal Bridges, no signs of backing away.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Outside, Beal. Over Booker. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Bradley Beal.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And it's McGee penetrating. And the rejection by Gafford. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Dinwiddie finds Beal. Misses the 3. Suns lead by 6.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Bradley Beal
Drills the 3-pointer.
Well, Bradley Beal does not need to handle the ball to be a threat. He gets to the catch-and-shoot game and makes the defense pay.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Welcome. First up, let's look at the 2 guys who are each leading their respective teams through the first half.
Great fight we're seeing from both these guys. Each one trying to pull his team across the finish line. You know they love this kind of a challenge.
And returning to the featured matchup with the Phoenix Suns, they're in a back-and-forth struggle here at the half.
This is what the home fan loves to see. Their squad coming out and putting together strong performance. We'll see a couple individual standouts, but what really stand out is how hard they work and how they're playing together.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Dinwiddie. 8 points for him.
And you think about the legacy of Chris Paul. You can argue he's one of the best to ever play that position.
To be honest, I don't think it's an argument. I mean, this guy top 5 in both assists and steals in the regular season.
That's his second
and the
personal
numbers
foul.
back up the argument, guys, because wherever he has gone, the winning percentage has improved at every stop. Chris Paul is elite. Fact of the matter.
Taking a look at the Wizards. In the backcourt, it's Dinwiddie and Beal. Avdia out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward.
One shot.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Bridges.
Wizards foul. Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Dinwiddie against Paul. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Paul passes to Crowder. Ayton sets the pick for Crowder. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Outside Crowder. Ayton sets the pick for Crowder. Going inside, sent back. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that away.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Here's Booker. The shot, no good. And the Wizards now going the other way.
And coming up, Montrezl Harrell said he patterned his game after the All-Star Zach Randolph. Zebo was undersized on paper, but was strong as an ox and found angles to finish.
And Phoenix has possession after the basket by Washington. And the rejection by Harrell. Caldwell Pope against Bridges. Caldwell Pope pass to Harrell. Banked in off the glass.
Montrezl Harrell.
Harrell's got the lead up to 5 now for Washington. And like the great Zebo, Montrezl Harrell might be undersized on paper, but Greg, that 7'4" wingspan levels the playing court.
Not to mention his leaping ability. Harrell's more of a dunker, quite honestly, but he also displays that soft touch inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the three-point shot of Mikal Bridges seemed to abandon him early in his NBA career. Coach Monty Williams said he developed a hitch in his release. And Bridges got in the lab with the coaching staff, changing his shot midway through season 2. And the results speak for themselves.
Assist from
He had a career year shooting, that's for sure. I admire his work ethic. DA, thank you. Phoenix calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
JaVale McGee's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Landry Shamet's checked in for Booker. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. And then for Washington, Davis Bertans checks in for Avdia. Aaron Holiday comes in for Beal. And Raul Neto subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now here's Payne. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
What a block by Montrezl Harrell, twice on the pipes.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Just 4 to shoot. Payne can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Montrezl Harrell at the line for one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
So many NBA players like to express themselves through style as they come into the arena. For Montrezl Harrell, it's more about the shoes. This guy has gone so far as to design his own kicks.
Shamet. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Wizards as they score 12 in a row to finish the quarter on a big-time run. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so here's Phoenix. 9-point game. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. Ball out there with Cameron Payne. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Working inside, Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
Here's Beal following the basket by Chris Paul. That one goes. Count it. Beal's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Paul with the bucket.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Now here's Beal. Driving inside. And the rejection by Ayton. The pass to Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
He kicks to Payne. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Bridges attacking. Good on the shot.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
Wizards leading by 5. Beal the pass to Dinwiddie. Beal with a screen on Paul. Here's Gafford. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Dinwiddie with it. Beal deciding where to go with it. Sinks the three-pointer. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, some guys over the course of their career just keep developing, and Bradley Beal came in as a sweet shooter, and he continues to do it.
Here's Paul. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Now here's Beal. Payne covering.
Oh, that's unbelievable. How about putting on a show? Bradley Beal, the aerial improvisation.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Unloads from 13, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Dinwiddie kicks to Avdia. Back to Dinwiddie. Shot from free throw range, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, they've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Paul's shot is off. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. So it's Washington easily grabbing this one.
The end of the game.
And in the win, a comfortable win in
Thank
what was
you, everyone, for
a
making
pretty
it out of
hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy
game.
on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Right now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.